So in classical conditioning, you have an unconditioned stimulus first that leads you towards a conditioned stimulus, and then you produce a conditioned response or unconditioned response. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, will it always end up being a conditioned response and a conditioned stimulus?
Mm-hmm.
That's like the final.
That's when conditioned response and conditioned stimulus. That's operant conditioning.
Okay.
So unconditioned stimulus, that's conditioned stimulus and conditioned or unconditioned response. That's
Okay.
classical conditioning.
Okay.
Alright. So in your book, they talk about the example of Pavlov's dog. Like he practiced that method on his dog, and whenever like the bell was unconditioned stimulus, salivation was conditioned stimulus, and then he go to eat, that's conditioned response. Does that make sense? Yeah. Alright. What's neural stimulus?
That would be like the ringing of the bell for the dog, right? Because it's just because normally you wouldn't, if someone rang a bell, you wouldn't salivate.
Yeah.
But
So neural stimulus is neutral stimulus. Unconditioned stimulus.
that's like what you're using.
That will be the same as bell. But bell has nothing to do with salivation, so unconditioned stimulus is that stimulus that has nothing to do with the response. But it leads you towards the stimulus that produced response.
So in the dog case, both the neutral and the unconditioned stimulus are the bell.
Bell. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, unconditioned response.
That would be like the dog salivating.
That's stimulus. I'm talking about response. Response is either dog will eat or not eat.
Okay.
So if it will not eat, that's unconditioned response. If dog will eat, that's conditioned response.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, so what conditioned stimulus will be salivation, because salivation has to do with hunger.
See, but on here, she gave different. Oh, but this is a different example. Maybe that's why. So then the conditioned stimulus, that would be the bell, right?
That's unconditioned stimulus. So bell has nothing to do with eating, right?
Yeah.
That is unconditioned stimulus. But conditioned stimulus will be the stimulus that has to do with eating. So salivation is conditioned stimulus.
So conditioned stimulus would then be the salivating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or hunger.
Okay.
Alright. So principles of classic conditioning, what is acquisition?
So by conditioning, a response is created.
Yeah, so the neutral condition turns into unconditioned stimulus. That's what acquisition is. So the dog hears the bell and gets stimulated. That's
Okay.
acquisition. Extension.
It's where the response goes away. So it's like they finally learn that
Yeah.
it doesn't.
They learn like they don't care because they were exposed to that so much that then they gradually stop
Yeah.
producing response. Spontaneous recovery.
It's where it just reappears again.
Yeah. Generalization.
I don't have the note for that.
So generalization.
Also, it's like, that's like when they did the rabbit thing with that little boy trying to scare him with the white furry animals. He not only was afraid of just the bunny at least, but anything white and fluffy in general.
That
Is
is
that
no, that is something else. I'll let you know.
Alright.
So it's conditioned stimulus and conditioned response. You're thirsty, you drink water. Just that generalization. The response that is predicted to be produced after the stimulus.
Okay.
So if I'm thirsty, I'm gonna drink water or any other drink. I'm gonna drink.
Okay.
That's what generalization is.
Write this down.
Discrimination.
So conditioned response. So it only works when it's just to that one set thing, not to any other.
So that is what your rapid thing that he was talking about.
Okay.
So it's just because of that one thing that is affecting other things too. Like any other white and furry thing will be scary for if he's scared of rabbit.
Okay.
Taste aversion. Okay. So taste aversion.
Oh, yeah, I remember talking about this. So it's like, just because if something has a similar taste, you immediately get that same reaction that you had to something you didn't like before.
Yeah. So if, for example, if you got sick because of watermelon or any other thing or any other fruit, whenever you're gonna see that fruit again, you will start feeling that nausea.
Okay.
So that's what psychological thing is. Okay. So they conditioned little Albert. That I think that example you have it.
I have something from The Office that we watched. I got that example.
Okay.
I have this that I didn't get the Thorndike's Law of Effect. I didn't get her notes on that. Do you know what that is?
Oh, which effect?
Thorndike's
Thorndike's?
Law of Effect.
Oh, I think I will see that if I don't come in it. Skinner's contribution. I don't know if.
Maybe it's something we need to look up in our book. I'll have to ask her, or if it shows up on the study guide.
What was that again?
Thorndike's Law of Effect.
Yeah. The only thing I know is that it wasn't Thorndike's, but I know the law of effect was like how you react to certain situations or certain things. So like every person has different perspectives to see things. So they like if you're viewing a few things, like it was intelligence, I guess. So you can see the picture, like you are viewing that picture differently, another person is viewing that picture differently.
Okay.
That's what law of effect is. That's what I know. I'm not sure.
So then operant conditioning, that's like reinforcement and punishment.
Yeah.
And you did it with like the pigeon, so like if they did it right, they got a piece of food.
Yeah.
And they just had to keep on going.
Yeah. Alright. So Skinner says that on the basis of like necessity or their needs, they can produce or adapt some behaviors.